Okay, so welcome back. We were just saving, coping with the immense speed that Dustbox sometimes does. But anyhow, we've pulled all those levers. Let's make our way back down this, I don't know what you call it, this elevator shaft, because we need to get back to those platforms where we initially were. You remember we came through this door, which is right in the corner, and we need to make our way back down to where that orcish head was, because right now we've now disabled that blue. We briefly went past it before. We saw that red teleporter with the blue force field across it, and there is a Daedra Lord, or Dremora Lord if you like, behind it. Although they look very human like, they basically look like very tough, very big knights. Now, we'll have to reload I've reloaded Slowfall here. Slowfall doesn't work how you think it might. It doesn't actually slow down your falling, it just makes you stop in mid-air, which is not the best choice. Anyhow, we've pulled that main lever, and that main lever means that force field is down, which means we can get through the red teleporter, which takes us to the next part of the Mantella. I think it's called this whole area is called the Mantella Crux. Anyhow, levitation's a bit of a problem. I've always had an issue with it here because it's not actually letting me fall down. Sometimes what you have to do, it doesn't let you actually move unless you've got a very close focal frame of reference to move off. So you can't just move down off blackness. You just won't move anywhere. You actually need to be looking at something close by, and then your character will actually move down or up in reference to it. And that's pretty frustrating to be, actually. It's extremely frustrating. What's also annoying, I know I'm going through a list of complaints here, is that you'll find if the game speeds up, if you lose levitation, you'll just go flying off the side of these islands right to the bottom of, or right off the platform, or if you're just running and haven't got levitation, I'm just flying off these platforms, and you'll just fall to the bottom, killing yourself. And as you'd expect, it's quite a long way down to the bottom. Anyhow, let's just carry on down this platform. I recommend you actually levitating, and what you see is that red platform is open. Now we can just kill this Daedra Lord, and then we'll run onto that platform, which immediately takes us somewhere else. So we'll just pause there, and we'll see you for the next part. Okay, so sorry about that, we just skipped ahead a little bit. Now what you need to do is you need to run onto the platform, pull this lever and head down the elevator. You don't need to do that actually, it's just if you don't have an levitate spell. Taking the elevator is not that good, I have to say, because although it's the proper thing to do, you do get stuck quite a lot. Let's just whack this gargoyle. And he just died. Right, where we need to get is that island in front of us. There is all these little platforms that lead us to that island. Let's just save here. And what I've found now is that my character's stuck, which is extremely frustrating. I'm trying to levitate out. It's not letting me out. Sometimes what happens in Daggerfall is you get stuck in objects because I guess the collision detection or these polygons haven't been built properly. They've been built with a weak point, if you like, in these shapes, and you can actually enter inside the polygon and get stuck inside it. And that happens a lot on the elevators. It happens if you jump, and that's why you kind of fall down. I think that's why you fall down into the void a lot, and that's why lots of people think Daggerfall is buggy. It certainly reduces the enjoyment of the game when you get stuck in this, because it's difficult enough without all the bugs. Because just imagine if you'd cleared out some of the puzzle. I've just used the teleport to teleport myself back, because I'm just hoping that I can just get back. Let's jump off here. Nope, I'm just going to fall all the way to the bottom. Let's just reload, and we'll reload and try to get out of that polygon. We'll get what I saved here, so yeah, let's just try to get out of this polygon. We're stuck in it at the moment. Usually when you're stuck inside, you can unstick yourself. Yep, there you go, I've just unstuck myself. I've climbed out of the polygon. Now these vampires up in front of me, they're not particularly hardcore. What we have to look out for is the ancient vampire. The pink ones or purplish ones aren't that hard because they're firing spells right now, but that's just, they're things that I can absorb. The white and green one, he does a lot of damage to you. I don't know what he casts, but he pretty much kills you in about 2 or 3 shots. Let's just kill him. Vampire Ancient's died, and his little buddies have died as well. The game's sped up, not to worry. At least we've killed those vampires and we're on to the next stage. I'll save here because I don't want to get stuck in a polygon again. And what I'll do is I'll reload before we go into the next part. This next part's quite interesting anyway. The next part's, it's constructed out of, well, you basically got 4 gravestones, and the white gravestone, as you see in front of us, we can click on that and that tells us, here lies the spirit of benefactor, though his body still guards the way. You notice that it doesn't say the benefactor. Of course that could be a typo in Daggerfall, but remember it's a name, basically, name benefactor. And it also activates a trapdoor. If you click on it, it makes a sound as well. All these gravestones actually make a sound. All of them activate trapdoors. Now you could go and click on them randomly and you could get a result out of that. This section of the Mantellen Crux, what it is, it's an overturned shrine. And there are lots of trapdoors, locked trapdoors at the bottom that you need to unlock by clicking on these gravestones. So it's recommended that you might cast a recall spell here or teleport spell, so you anchor it just in case you make a mistake and you haven't clicked the right one. The one to click is the one in the southwest corner, sorry. All these other ones you can click. They're not going to cause you harmful effects. They all make sounds when you click on them, but when you click on them they basically open up a trapdoor, and you need to open up 2 trapdoors at the top. If you haven't, you can always come back. I recommend that you use levitate to come back rather than the elevators. Of course you can use the elevators if you are a glutton for punishment. You can just pull on the elevators and watch your character get stuck. Again, I don't recommend it. At this stage you're probably thinking, you know, where on earth do I go? I'm stuck. But there is somewhat of a handy guide. There are a few kind of these islands you can see off on your screen, and you can follow those round because they take you to another elevator, or you can use levitate and explore, and you can see there's another set of islands at the bottom, and they lead you into this pathway. So let's get in here. This is a little safe haven, if you like. This area here, you can. Well, I'm levitating right now, but well, I'm resting. I can actually rest as long as I hit the floor. We need to pull that lever, and that lever triggers off. Well, it sets us up for the next part of the quest. So let's just give that a push. Okay, excellent. So now we've got that going, what we'll do here is I think we'll save the game here. It's been a bit of a trek so far. You might wonder where do we go from here, but we do a bit more levitating, a little bit more flying around, and we'll see you next time for that, while I reset the DOS box.